Hey guys, welcome. Okay, welcome. So today you guys have voted for why do we self-sabotage weight loss? This is a big one. Um, and a lot of women are guilty of this, but you're probably wondering why. You want to lose weight, so why do you keep sabotaging yourself? Right? You get to a certain point, maybe you're losing some weight, everything's going really, really well, and then for some reason out of nowhere, you eat a bunch of crackers when you get home from work and you're like, I've gone off the rails, I might as well completely go off the rails. And so you self-sabotage. Then it turns into the next day, and the next thing you know, you're like, well, I've kind of blown it. Maybe I'm just going to start again fresh on Monday, right? Like, how common is that? The Monday diet, like you're just going to start fresh every Monday, and then the cycle continues. So there's a few reasons for it. Number one, a lot of women have that all or nothing mentality. And it's honestly not our fault. It's the whole diet industry. And it's really geared towards playing on women's insecurities and having all these quick fixes. And our mind likes novelty. So it likes the newest, greatest thing. And it likes quick fixes because obviously we would like to see an immediate result, like it's human nature. But the thing is, these things are too strict to stick to. And so you basically are doing them based on willpower. Now, we only have so much willpower every day. It is a finite resource. And if you are trying to lose weight with an all or nothing mentality through willpower, you inevitably will run out of that willpower, usually by the end of the day. And that's when most women get home from work. And so that's why a lot of women will tend to self-sabotage at the end of the day. Now, when you throw into the mix the hormonal changes of perimenopause and then into menopause, now we are less resistant to stress. So we are feeling it even more. We are also more prone to having food cravings. So again, we're using more willpower and fighting an uphill battle. And so we can only keep going with this for so long. So that's one part of it, is we're kind of self-sabotaging because everything's too strict to stick to. The other part of it is really that self-identity, because believe it or not, and this sounds so contradictory because you are probably thinking, I want to lose the weight and be at this ideal weight so badly. Like, why would I sabotage my efforts and continue to stay in the same patterns? Well, our body will do what's in alignment with who we believe who we are, and B, what we deserve, that we believe that we deserve. So if you are doing a quick fix, it's not giving you enough time to change the habits and rewire parts of your identity into being the type of woman who is at her ideal weight all the time. So that's one. Now, another much deeper rooted one, and just give some thought to this, because maybe it's not you, and maybe it is and you didn't realize, but a lot of women feel like on some level they're not worth it to have life living in their ideal body all the time. So self-worth is one of them, but self-belief and identity is another one. Here is the ideal way to deal with this for several reasons on different levels. So number one, especially as a woman with these hormonal changes, because like I mentioned, we are more prone to cravings. We are less sensitive, or more sensitive, to stress, and that can lead to emotional eating. So now we're dealing with physiology. So to combat the physiological part of it, what you want to make sure you're doing is eating for your hormonal system. Now, what this means is eating to balance your blood sugar, so you're not having ups and downs, eating enough at your meals so you're not left ravenous by the end of the day, and eating enough at your meals so that you are not using willpower. You're using simple strategies so that your willpower is not burnt out by the end of the day, because guess what? You weren't even using any willpower. You were just eating balanced meals. That's giving your body what it needs. So it keeps your energy stable, keeps your blood sugar even, which means you're not going to have those cravings, and it keeps you feeling full and satiated, so you're not going to be starving by the time you get home from work at the end of the day or in the evening when you're settled down. So that helps to combat with the emotional eating. Now, the second part is the identity. This is why it's important to, if you're very serious about keeping this weight off once you lose it, and I mean, who wouldn't be? Like, why do you want to keep going on diets all the time? It's exhausting. Doing these shifts strategically and well takes time. And a lot of women are very impatient. But here's the thing, wouldn't you rather just starting today take the time and do it proper? And 6 months or 12 months from now, because the time's going to pass anyway, you're at your ideal weight and you did it the right way so it stays off. The alternative is what most people do, which is you see a shiny new object and you're like, okay, well, that must work. And then you try that and then it doesn't work. And then you gain the weight back and then you try the next shiny object and it does, and you're stuck in this pattern for like the next 10 years or forever. Like, that's silly. Take a deep breath, find the right strategy, do it proper. It takes longer, but when you do it the right way and it takes longer, because it's taking longer, this is given time to make it part of who you are and your identity, which means you are less likely to self-sabotage. Because if you think about it this way, our brains love predictability and comfort, even if it's not in our best interests. That's what our brains like, is comfort. And so when you start to get out of your comfort zone and feel better than you're used to, look better than you're used to, have more confidence than you're used to, that's not what your body's used to. So it'll do something to bring you back to your level of comfortability, even if it's not in your best interests. And how will it do that? It will trigger something in your brain to eat something way off track and go off the rails to keep you in that comfortable flow. Now, I know it sounds wild and crazy, and you're thinking, I don't want to be like this, but that's how the brain works. It wants to keep you safe and comfortable. And safe and comfortable might be being overweight, which is what you've always been, but that doesn't mean it has to be that way. So slow and steady. So what you want to focus on is, what are the habits I need to do every single day that are the steps that'll get me closer to my goals? Then just focus on those habits. Do them every day, do them repeatedly. It's not always the funnest thing in the world, but it will get you results. And when you do them every day and slowly and small shifts, your identity has a chance to catch up with it, because you're doing it nice and slow, bit by bit. And next thing you know, you get to your goal weight in 6 or 12 months from now, and it's happened gradually. So it has become normal for you, and this has become your new comfort zone, and it has become part of your identity and who you are. And this is what makes it long lasting. When something happens too fast, your identity hasn't had a chance to catch up to it yet. And so it will send you on some sort of self-sabotage to bring you back down to what's comfortable and normal for you. Does that make sense? I want you to leave your comments below. I hope I explained that clearly, but it feels like it doesn't make sense, because you're like, why would I self-sabotage? I do want to lose the weight, and I get it. But our brain is very interesting, and then you throw in these hormonal changes, which are very real. And physiologically, your body can have more food cravings and can have worse sleep, which leads to less hunger regulation. Like, these are all real things happening. So the important thing is just recognizing, yes, it is happening, but that's okay, because there's very simple ways to work around it, which is just eating right for your hormones. That's going to get rid of the cravings. It's going to get rid of the out of control hunger. It's going to help your moods, your energy levels, the whole thing. And then you just do it slowly, slowly, slowly. You've got to have patience. It is worth it. And so that your identity catches up with your habits and with the new weight that you're becoming. So I hope that makes sense. Leave your comments below. I would love to hear from you. And if there's anything that you would like more clarification on. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.